Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is the Papa Joe Show, where Papa Joe knows. I am your host, Papa Joe, and I want to say thank you all for being here today. We're going to take a look at some things coming down the pipe for our wonderful Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a whole. I just want to ask the question, if the world's moving in the direction of cryptocurrency, why aren't the rest of the people? So people are very skeptical, I have found, and just in different meetings and stuff like that I've had with different people, one-on-one, group meetings, conversations, and town halls, whatever you want to call it. People are still skeptical of Bitcoin because the reason why, just like with everything else, you're told how to think, what to think, where to think, what to do by the media, the mainstream, the TV. It's called TV for a reason, television, or well, not television. TV programs is called programming for a reason. They're programming you how to think and what to say. All of history is just a set of lies agreed upon. If you think about how all that stuff is set up so that you can actually go in the direction and think and do the way that they want you to do, the theys of the world. So we're going to look at the theys today and tell you what they're doing, even though for years they said they weren't going to do something. And now they're talking it up like crazy. We kind of touched on it a little bit in the past couple of shows, but I really want to point some things out because the world is legitimately moving into a cryptocurrency world. I don't think people realize what's coming down the pipe. And I've been trying to tell people this. If you think this is valuable, do me a favor. Smash those likes. Let YouTube know you like it. And then if you like this stuff, go do me a favor and subscribe to the show because we do shows a couple times a week. And if you really, really want to get into the nuts and bolts, I do a Patreon show. It's right here. Right there. I can't get it backwards. It's backwards. Whatever. You're seeing me as me. We don't edit the shows here. So join in. This is the real interesting, fun news with Papa Joe. My perspective, you don't like it? Oh well, it's just the way it is. So let's jump right into it, shall we? So, Standard Chartered is a bank. They're raising Bitcoin price to $120,000 by the end of 2024. I don't think it'll get. I'm going to get there much sooner. The bank previously said it expected the cryptocurrency to reach $100,000 by then. It's now $120,000 by then. Interesting things. A bank, Standard Chartered, a bank. Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency by market value, could rise to $50,000 by the end of this year and by $120,000 by the end of 2024, Standard Chartered Bank said in a research report on Monday. So today, the British multinational bank increased its Bitcoin price forecast from $100,000 predicted in April. Standard Chartered said at the time, the Bitcoin had the potential to reach that level because several factors, one of them being banking sector crisis. Now, the banking sector crisis is kind of still ongoing. I don't think we've seen the last of it. I think that by this fall, you'll see maybe even more banks collapse because they don't want to rock the boat too much too fast, kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. I want you guys to be paying attention to that. Now, they say we now think this estimate is too conservative. That we therefore see upside to our end of 2024 target. The report said, Bitcoin has climbed 80% since the start of the year and is currently trading around $30,100. We're sitting at $30,300 right now. So I want you guys to understand, if a bank is saying this is going to be there, they know the things that's going on in the monetary systems of the world, okay? That's what their jobs are. They're supposed to. Quite frankly, they manipulate it, if you're going to be honest about it. But anyhow, I really, 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 really want you guys to understand the banking sector, as I've told y'all, in July 1st, said July 1st because the website said July 1st. The Fed now will be launched at that point. Well, it takes time to roll it out. So it's being rolled out. Banks the world over are now able to store and custody your Bitcoin and your cryptocurrency. Go look into what they did with NYDIG. It's not exactly hidden from anyone. It's there. You can see it. Bitcoin's climbed 80% since the start of the year, y'all. It has. It's been great. It's been beautiful to watch. But Bitcoin's value in dollars is going to skyrocket when the rest of the world realizes that the dollars aren't worth anything and hyperinflation hits here because the dollars will go into crypto. Crypto is the exit strategy from the dollar, not necessarily just the stock market, the dollar. Why would BlackRock and all the other companies that are money managers be looking into building an ETF? It's so that they can move that money that they hold that is in dollar denomination into Bitcoin, to cryptocurrency. Please understand, there's things coming down the pipe that a lot of people aren't paying attention to. For example, BRICS, the BRICS nations. BRICS has announced that they're going to move up the announcement of their asset-backed digital currency to their August meeting, which is, I don't know, just a few weeks away. Asset-backed digital currency, which is gold, silver, probably oil, probably other precious metals, diamonds, probably. I don't know. Maybe it's the metals in the ground, or maybe it's the actual precious stones and whatnot. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't think anyone does until they actually do. There are those in the know that do, but I don't know. Okay. But if that launches, and that was 40% or thereabouts of the global GDP prior to the 41 or 40, whatever it is, other countries applying to be part of BRICS, you're looking at the most of the world as far as currency is concerned. The ruple's going to go away, the ruby, all that stuff's going to go away. You got the what is it? The Chinese dong. I don't know what they are. I don't know. But understand, please understand. This is coming. It's not really being talked about. It's not really being talked about because the powers, the world, global people, whoever they are, the powers that be, they want to be the first to the table at this point because they missed the boat on Bitcoin. No, they didn't. Bitcoin is so far undervalued. It is. Litecoin so far undervalued. Digibyte, Divi, they're all undervalued. Okay? Understand. Please understand that when the valuations change, when the yuan, all that stuff changes, it's going to be very, very, very different. Understand, you have a very small window before you will not be able to move dollars into these other cryptocurrencies anymore because those asset-backed digital currencies will be what things are valued in. And I hate to say that, but it will be, because that's how global trade will take place. Now, for what it's worth, the BRICS nations are also considering Bitcoin itself as to be part of that asset that's backing their digital currency. Wouldn't that be interesting? Y'all have no clue what's about to transpire with this. The banking sectors, as we know it, has already changed. No one recognizes it yet because the switch hasn't been flipped. They're running in parallel. They're actually now running in parallel. Okay? 24 central banks will have digital currencies by 2030. That's not long, y'all. That's about as long as it takes to build a blockchain. It could take a little longer, but you need to add in testing in there. Bank of International Settlements Survey. London, July 10th. Reuters. Some 24 central banks across emerging and advanced economies are expected to have digital currencies in circulation by the end of the decade. The Bank of International Settlements found in a survey published on Monday. The banks themselves are going to create their own digital currencies. That's the way I read it. I mean, y'all can read it differently, but that's just what I think when I'm reading that. Central banks around the globe have been studying and working on digital versions of their currencies for retail use to avoid leaving digital payments to the private sector. Ooh, see what I'm saying? They want to make sure they have the seat at the table, the control at the table. Do you understand? They don't want it to be the private sector. Here's the deal, y'all. The private sector's already built the best digital currency in the world, which is Bitcoin. You got Litecoin as a means of exchange. Bitcoin's a store of value. You've got Divi as a means of exchange. There's some stuff coming down the pipe with Divi, y'all, that they're talking about is just, well, it's actually pretty impressive. I'll just be very honest with you. Again, every time by the way, speaking of Divvy, we'll go ahead and tell you guys, just tune in for Friday's show. We're going to do it an hour early at 11 a.m. Eastern. Reason being is because Nick is going to come on the show, and then we are all going to move over into the Twitter spaces that they do. I'm going to have Nick Saporano, the CEO, co-founder of Divvy, on the show on Friday, and we'll be an hour early. Just go ahead and bookmark that out so you want to know you're ready for it. So anyhow, back to the PAPAJO opinion. We'll put it that way. So some are looking at wholesale versions of transactions between financial institutions. What would that be? That would be Bitcoin, wouldn't it? Most of the new central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, will emerge in the retail space, where 11 central banks could join peers in the Bahamas and Eastern Caribbean, Jamaica, and Nigeria, which already run live digital retail currencies. The BIS, did y'all know that? Did you know that? Did you know that Bahamas and Eastern Caribbean, Jamaica and Nigeria all have retail digital currencies running already? The BIS found in its survey that 86 central banks conducted in late 2022. On the wholesale side, which in the future could allow financial institutions to access new functionalities thanks to tokenization, 9 central banks could launch CBDCs, the BIS said. So that's the little twist to the story, y'all, just so you understand. That's the twist where they go, it's programmable money. We can control whether people can spend it or not, or what they can spend it on, or how much time they have before it expires. Yeah, that's none of my business, though, right? CBDCs will die. Eventually, everybody will use Bitcoin as a means of exchange. Now, that's 24 banks. That's a lot. Crazy, huh? Well, BlackRock wants to launch an ETF. All of a sudden, why now? Why did Larry Fink go and change his tune? Because he's recognizing that the banks are failing, that the dollar, as far as the global reserve currency, is dead. So he needs to move $10 trillion or wherever it is out of the dollar and into some other asset. You get it? BlackRock CEO talked up Bitcoin last week with the asset manager trying to launch a fund that tracks it. Cryptocurrencies could revolutionize finance, Larry Fink says. You know, he came out a long time ago, like a couple years ago, and didn't he just destroy Bitcoin, or try to destroy it, try to put it down as a means of like all this other blah blah blah? At the start of 2021, most top banks took a scathing stance on digital assets and then missed out on the massive surge fueled by low interest rates. Maybe? I don't know about that. That helped Bitcoin's price quadruple in the space of a year and turned crypto into a $2 trillion industry. Maybe he wants the $2 trillion. I don't know. Y'all, Larry Fink trashed Bitcoin. I think it was, I don't know if it was this one or the next one. Whatever. Maybe it was this one. Here. BlackRock spot ETF filing and Fink's conversion from skeptic to potential savior. Baloney. The world, what was it, like 10% or 20% of the global population is into Bitcoin? There's so much that could go into Bitcoin that golly, it's going to be huge, y'all. Suggests that Wall Street is determined not to make the same mistake twice. In other words, they don't want you to have the rewards. They're going to have the rewards. Crypto pledged to dethrone Wall Street, but it's getting swallowed instead. I don't know about this, but yeah. Wall Street heavyweights are changing their tune on crypto. Take BlackRock chief executive Larry Fink, who in 2017 dismissed Bitcoin as an index of money laundering. Using his words, y'all. Now he wants to become the first ETF to the table. Last week, the chief of the world's largest asset manager gave a starkling different appraisal of the most popular cryptocurrency, saying it is digitalizing gold. No, you can tokenize gold itself, though. But anyhow, it's digital gold, is what he was saying, and could revolutionize finance. You don't say. It's like, who poked him in the ribs and said, "Hey, get on board or get lost"? There are fellow billionaire finance. Then there's the fellow billionaire financier Ken Griffin, who blasted the sector as the jihadist call against the dollar 2 years ago. Now, his electronic trading firm, Citadel Securities, is backing a recently launched platform that allows institutional investors to trade the digital assets. Fidelity Investments, the nation's largest 401k administrator, by the way, you can now jump into Bitcoin with that, is another example. The 77-year-old financial stalwart is nobody's idea of an anti-establishment renegade. Yet, it too is moving on several fronts to get into crypto. The big boys are now getting in, y'all. Why are you still skeptical? Why are people still skeptical? I cannot tell you the amount of people I talk to sometimes. It is like, yeah, that's just play money. It's fake. If the big boys are getting in, they have to join the party. You guys, my regulars, we've been here. We've been in this for a long time. I have yet to meet someone I'm sorry, I finally met someone who was in it longer than I have. One person. One person. Now, I fell off the cliffs. I fell in the potholes. I broke the legs. I'm a technologist. The way you learn, sometimes technologists they dissect it, they deconstruct it and put it back together, and well, that burns crypto when you do that. I found out about that. Yeah. Anyways, I was in it before there were C words, before there was any other any other crypto but Bitcoin. It was it. Late 2011. Fun stuff. Anyways, I digress. Now, these guys with the trillions of dollars want to jump in here with the amount of Bitcoin available in circulation versus what's being produced by the miners versus what's guys and gals, it's going to explode in value. You have a very small window. Very small window. Bitcoin is sitting at $30,300. You know how many times they've said Bitcoin's dead? The days of the world have said Bitcoin's dead. No, you know what's dead is the Dow. Dow Jones Industrial's dead. NASDAQ and S&P 500 are dead. And they are not going to survive this next the next destruction, the next wave of banks going down, the unemployment coming up that is going to be just absolutely decimate the entire retail industry. Guys, it's not going to be pretty. Gold's been pushed down, silver's been pushed down. They're trying to get their money out as much as they can. Divvy is going to be doing some really impressive stuff. I've been telling y'all. Go look back at Matic. Remember back here? Matic for several years. And then all of a sudden, they made the right partnerships. They finished building their foundation. They actually built a platform that businesses the world over wanted to use. Same thing's happening with Divvy, y'all. Divvy is building. They're building. They've been building this whole time. You know how hard it is to pay a development team when the asset that you have has been slammed and pushed and whatever you want to call it? They still did it. They're still doing it, and they're making some stuff going. Again, tune in Friday, 11 a.m., 1 hour early, because we're going to jump over into the Divvy Twitter Spaces once the show's over. We're going to talk about some other stuff there. Pretty cool stuff. Check the Twitter accounts. If you're not familiar with my Twitter account, go to thepapajoshow.com. If it will load up here in the right corner. Yeah, that's me. That's me. You won't get an imposter or anything like that. I need to add recent videos here. Also, if you have, let's see here. You know what? I need to put a submission form on there so you guys can ask questions directly in there. That'd be pretty cool. Tom, no, 11 a.m. Eastern time, not Pacific time, Eastern time. So check it out. That's make sure you get the YouTube, the Twitter, the Facebook. I don't really use Facebook or Instagram very much, but I went ahead and created an account so that way no one else had it. Anyways, telling y'all, they're building some cool stuff, some things that people are not even aware that is possible. Crazy cool. Let's run through and say hey to everybody. It is a beautiful day. We're going to close out here in just a second. So if you're new to the show, I like to go through and say hey to everyone who said something in the live chat, which is running on all of my shows. Do me a favor and say hi so I can see hi back. Great conversation with like-minded people. And then also, if you got to this point in the show, you like the content here, you like what you're seeing, give me a subscribe. There's lots more. And then smash those likes, let YouTube know that it was good content, because there's no other way to grow the channel. You guys are what grow it, not me. Y'all are the ones making it happen. So thank you for those of you who are part of the show here. Mr. U.I. Fang, what's going on, brother? Thanks for being part of the show. We got Clint Westwood in the house. Brother, what's going on? Do me a favor, guys. He's got an amazing YouTube show. Go check it out. Definitely good content there. Great, mind-provoking, thought-provoking stuff. Fantastic show. Lithia, what is going on? Thanks for being here today. As always, I appreciate you guys being here. We got Daddy-O in the house. What's up, brother? Thanks for being here today. It is a great day. We've got Gloria. How are you doing today? Thanks for being here. It's a beautiful day, to say the least. Who else we got here? Yes, Tom, it is definitely undervalued. So is Digibyte. Digibyte's a fantastic one, too. I need to probably go look at mining that one again. All right, who else we got here? Y'all have great conversation. I love it. I love it. Daddy-O, BlackRock could buy the entire market with less than 10% of their current investment under management. Yes, sir. They could. That's not a little deal. It's something very important to pay attention to. Good observation, my friend. Good observation. Oh, let's see here. What's going on, Busy Mountain? How you doing today, man? Thanks for being part of the show for sure. Guys, gals, beautiful day. Get outside. What do they say? Touch grass? I don't know. Just go and chill out and just have a good day. Have a beautiful, wonderful, blessed day. It is going to be a great day for me. I have a lot of stuff I got to go do now, but it's going to be fun. Y'all take it easy. Be blessed. We'll see you soon.